Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Andy here, Texas Pitching Institute, and I am very happy to be joining you tonight. We are going to talk about something. If you saw me in the video I had yesterday, we were talking about what we call the velocity equation. And it's very powerful. If you haven't seen that, make sure that you go back and find the video. It's either on this page, you can see it probably on YouTube as well. But tonight, what we're going to talk about is something that I do see a lot with guys, and it's so really easily solvable, but it's with bicep pain that they feel. And a lot of times you're going to feel it after you let go of the baseball. That's when guys most of the time are going to experience it. And in fact, I had a phone call just the other day with a guy, very good baseball mind. His own son was having bicep pain, and they've tried everything. They were looking at the video analysis. They were breaking it down. They were reducing the amount of throws. They were trying to increase recovery time, and it was still hurting. And he couldn't figure it out. And so he called me and he was like, do I have any ideas? And I did. And that's what I want to share with you today, okay? By the way, if you're looking for help with some of these things and you want to see if TPI might be able to help you, go to trainwithtpi.com, fill out a little application form on there. We'll get in touch with you soon and we try to help you in any way that we can, okay? So let's talk about the bicep pain. There's basically one reason why I would say 99.9% of the time that guys are experiencing bicep pain, and they're going to feel it after they let go of the baseball most of the time. And the reason why they're going to feel it is because when they let go of the baseball, they are not allowing the bicep to relax after they let go of it. So the bicep is still staying tense and flexed, and it's got that tension in it. And over the course of a game, if you're making a whole lot of throws, it's when you gradually start to feel the bicep bite at you. You're not going to feel it early on. You're going to feel it later because now the bicep is tired. It's telling you that it's too much. It's had enough, right? So it starts to bark at you. Well, the reason why we haven't and we're not able to allow this to relax is because we're not properly pronating after we let go of the baseball. So pronation, just so that you're aware, is that after you let go of the baseball, your hand turns inward and down. Your thumb goes towards the ground, and that's what we call our pronation. And we don't even feel it when we throw a baseball, whether we're pitching or throwing it across the infield or from the outfield, but it is what we're supposed to do. In fact, it's a natural action, hopefully, for our bodies to make. But it is something that we can get out of, and it is also something that we can be a lot more efficient at as well. So I want to talk to you about a quick little drill tonight that you can do. But to prove my point, before we get into that drill, this is something I always do with our guys. I do this with coaches that I work with and consult, and I do this with players as well. But I want you to kind of basically just give me your best Schwarzenegger flex, just like your best bicep flex. And I want you to just hold it as hard as you can. I want you to take your other hand, take your two fingers, and you're just going to put it right in the middle, right in the meatiest part of your bicep. Now I want you to keep it as flexed as you can, and then I want you to just extend your arm out so that your hand is facing up towards the ceiling. Again, trying to keep your bicep flexed. And I want to know, what do you feel, right? I bet you that what you're feeling is still going to feel some tension in your bicep. That's because you haven't allowed it to relax. Now, you can relax for a second, but I want you to get right back into that pose again. So you're going to give, again, the best Schwarzenegger pose. You're going to get your fingers right in that bicep. And then now, as you extend it, I want you to turn your hand in. So we're making that pronating action. Now, what do you feel? I guarantee you what you felt is you felt your bicep release. It starts to relax. It's because from the way our bodies are designed, you can't help it. Even if you wanted to try to keep your bicep engaged, you can't. As soon as that pronation happens, the bicep is released. So that is what I use a lot to just further prove the point that the pronation part is so important to what we do when we let go of the baseball at release. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this immediately. One of them is you can just go up into kind of a plyo wall or so, take a 2-pound ball if you want, and you can just go, and as you release, you can just very purposely pronate at the release. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, you'll have a guy, when you ask him how it felt when he makes that throw, he'll tell you that it didn't hurt. Okay, and that's a real good indicator that it's exactly what we thought it was, which is that we're not pronating. Now, the other one that we use, something we use at TPI a lot, and I love this drill, is what I call the training sock. So this is this black bag here. It's this heavy canvas bag. It's got this Velcro piece, and we'll use a 7-ounce ball. Now, frankly, you could use probably any size ball, but I want it to be heavier than a regular baseball. The benefit of the extra weight is just that it helps to put a little bit more feel into the fingertips. So as we're focusing on trying to pronate on the release, that heavy weight, the heavier ball just helps us to give us a little more feel. But all you do is you just put that ball inside this bag, and you're going to put your hand inside this inside the training sock, and you just strap this down hard around your wrist. Now, if you're looking to get this, you can get it at oatsspecialties.com. It's a great tool, or website, or resource. They got a ton of stuff. But anyways, you're going to have this now. You're holding the baseball in the bag, and you can see that you've got extra bag at the, to do this. So now all you're going to do is just going to turn and throw and let go of the baseball. Now, the way this bag is designed, it's almost going to force you to pronate anyways. But what you're going to see with guys is that they're going to get into the bag, and I bet you they can start doing their throwing, and they're going to see that bicep pain almost disappear right away. And that's exactly what we want. And that's just going to further reemphasize the point of the importance of us pronating as we release. But also, too, you can put a training sock on a guy, and he could go through his whole day of whatever it is that he needs to do from a training standpoint, from a practice standpoint. The guy can do this in his own bedroom at home if he wants to. You can throw as hard as you want, as tolerance will allow in this training sock. You can get a full workout in doing nothing but keeping this on your hand and doing the sock, and get a whole lot out of it, and you can get and be working on the pronation as well. Okay, so anyways, like I said, I hope that that is of some benefit for you. If you've never experienced bicep pain, it is really a nuisance, and it is something that can be very, very debilitating if it gets really, really bad. But in my experience, most of the time, there isn't really anything of an issue other than that muscle is just really kind of upset with you, and it's tired and fatigued. So if you can do things to just make sure that you're properly pronating on release, then you should be fine. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. And if you'd like more help with this, or if you've got other issues that you want to have addressed, go to trainwithtpi.com and fill out that little application on there, and then we'll get in touch with you soon, and we'll figure out how we might be able to help you. All right, you guys take care. Talk to you later.